The masking and tracking feature in Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2014 is a great tool to have when you want to block something or cover something in a video that needs to be covered. And there are many reasons that you may want to do this. And in this example, what I'd like to do is I'll show you this clip here where my playhead is in my sequence. And I was at the US Open and I videotaped the entrance. This is the main entrance to this competition. And although the shot is fine and I don't mind traffic in front of the camera, I think I want to block her face out just in case. So that way I don't get a phone call by someone that says, I don't want to be in your video. Or maybe they're a certain age and they can't be in the video, or they're innocent until proven guilty and you want to cover their face. I'm sure you've seen that on TV shows. And of course, there are other reasons to do this. I mean, covering someone's face is just one thing. You may want to cover a license plate. You may want to cover a badge. If it's a security type video, or you may want to just block out, maybe there's a video clip and there's a sponsor in the video clip that's no longer a part of the program, and the program says to you, hey, we've got these video clips, but this company is no longer sponsoring us, but can you block their logo out and we still want to use the video clips? And of course your answer can now be yes, because this is very easy, very simple. Love this tool. So let's just jump into it. I want to cover her face as an example, and then I want the mask to track her movement across the screen. So I'll navigate over here to the effects tab, and then I'll go down into the of course video effects folder, and then the subfolder stylize, and then of course you'll see mosaic. I'll mouse click on the mosaic item or effect, and I'll drag it and place it into the clip that I want to use. And of course you'll see this effect take place immediately up here in the program window. So now I want to load this video clip and that effect up into the source window. So to do that, you simply double click and then navigate over into the effect controls tab. Click on that, and then of course you'll see the mosaic is here. Well, from this point forward, it's easy. You simply click on either one of these to create the mask. You can create basically an oval or a square mask. I'm going to create an oval mask. I'll click on that. And then of course you'll notice immediately that the effect has now been minimized within a wireframe. And you'll see of course the mosaic happening here, which by the way, these squares are too big. So I'll navigate over here to the horizontal and vertical blocks, and I'll change the value from 10. Let's go to 120 on each one of these. So I'll type that in, and that's actually a lot better. And then you can resize this by clicking on any one of these 4 points. So simply mouse click, and I can of course increase or decrease the size. And when you get good at this, you can actually reshape this to fit just about anything, which is really cool. And of course you can rotate this as well. Take a look. If I hover my cursor near one of those 4 points, I can actually rotate, which is nice. Now you'll probably notice these little dots all the way around on the inside and the outside. That's actually a feathered edge, which I do like. And as a matter of fact, you can go over here to the mask feather and you can click here or type in a new number. I'll just mouse click and drag, and you'll see those dots will get larger, or not larger, but you'll see them starting to expand based on what direction you go in. And that's really just giving it a feathered edge. So that actually looks pretty good. From this point forward, simply click on the play button, which is this guy right here, which is where my cursor is. You also have reverse, and you can go frame by frame in either direction as well. So I'll click on the play button, and then I'll hover my cursor over the stop button. But take a look at that. It's actually tracking her. So I'll hit stop right when she gets to the end, right there. And you'll notice here that I've got all my keyframes. And Adobe Premiere Pro created those keyframes for me. And to navigate through the keyframes, well, there's a couple of ways. You could mouse click on the playhead up here, or you could click on the previous or forward keyframe. So I'm going to go to the very first keyframe. And I do want to go backwards now. So I'll mouse click on the reverse button to go backwards, that is. I'll keep my cursor on the stop button, and boom, right there. And that's about it. It actually did what I wanted it to do. I'll go frame by frame for you here. And man, that did such a great job. I am very impressed with this tool. I'm so glad this is here, because in the past I did this manually and it took forever. And it works great. So that is really about it. You can have so much more capability with just the simplicity of this tool when it comes to tracking and masking something within your video. And I gave you a lot of examples at the beginning of this lesson. So have a lot of fun with that. That's going to be a really good tool to have in your back pocket. And when you're done with this lesson, you're now ready to move on to the next lesson.